Hey everyone, this is Villains Man. We're your hosts, JBD, Just Doom,
and Evan the Great.
And this is our 5th episode, do believe, of Angles and Promos, which we do now have a Twitter account.
Yes.
So follow us at Angles and Promos. Evan the Great's been running that for us ever since last week. This week we're covering 205 Live from 4/18/2017 and NXT from 4/19/2017. So, as usual, we'll go in order here, starting with 205 Live. What's your thoughts on the show?
Amazing.
When is it not here recently?
I don't know, man. This is crazy. I've been talking weeks. It gets better every week. I think 205 is the best show this week.
Well, you're...
God, it was loaded.
I'll agree with that. Your guys are starting to find their characters.
Yep.
They're really starting to pair guys up with each other match-wise, really, really good. And they're making it competitive because you might win a match next week clean, but you're going to lose a match clean to a different guy next week.
Yes.
So it makes them almost all look like they're on the same level, except the Neville level.
Yeah.
So,
level.
yeah. So your first match, you had your boy Terazawa versus Tony Nese. Tony Nese finally come back.
Yeah.
We were talking about him last week, wondering where it was. The lessons continue from Tozawa to Nese.
Man, that was badass.
They had a really good match.
That match was amazing.
And it ended up with Brian Kendrick trying to interfere, but Tozawa got the win. Then Nese attacked Brian Kendrick. Do you think Tony's going to go face?
I don't know. I think it was more like Tozawa tricking Brian Kendrick into hitting Tony Nese, and he did.
Yeah.
Well, he actually was mad at him. He interfered, but it caused him to lose. And then I knew what was going to happen. Tozawa was going to get out of the ring, and he's going to punch Kendrick. That's what happened. I believe that they should push Tony Nese as a face. I think he'll sell good as a face. I think he'll go good if he was a face and he fought Neville. That would be badass.
Yeah, they're both same size.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, he's literally.
They have
like
the same
Jack.
moveset. It's kind of funny, but not all the same, but similar.
I think he needs a better finisher.
He does.
That knee in the corner. I mean, come on, man, you got the broski boot. There's too many moves in the corner for that to be a finisher.
It'd be kind of cool if because he's strong and he can do all the flips and everything. It'd kind of be cool if he had a move where he gorilla press slam somebody, but he ran and did it, and then he ran and jumped off the ropes at a backflip or something. I don't know, something to combine his strength and his athletic ability. That'd be kind of cool.
I can see that. Okay, you gorilla press them on one end of the ring, you run, you throw them, or you just toss them up mid-ring, and then as they're coming down, you go hit the ropes, and it's almost like the line saw. You do the backflip off the middle rope and boom, land on top of them.
Cool.
Be so cool. It shows off his strength.
If I steal this move, I want money.
Yeah, you market that. Hey, you can send money orders to villainsman@gmail.com or at anglesandpromos@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We do take PayPal transfer. So, I don't like turning Nese going face. I don't think I'd be big on that. I really like him being a heel. He's got the cocky attitude, the look that matches it. Yeah, I just can't seem... They have too many people that's babyface.
They are starting to turn some heels, though, so...
Yeah, which we'll get into later on here. The whole Alicia Fox thing kind of got settled tonight with Noam Dar. Man, he's such a good wrestler, and this shit is so beneath him. But it's only this is the only thing we got for you.
Yeah.
And then you got Rich Swann, who went from being the Cruiserweight champion to getting sucked into this. But tonight it showed why.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I love the ending of that. I like Dar a lot, but this is his way to get out of it. It's Rick Swann's way to get out of it, and at the same time, they all F over Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great.
You think Alicia Fox is done with 205 Live?
Yes.
I hope so.
She really don't fit there.
Well, I think they were just trying to get a female presence on the show.
Yeah, I think that. I don't know. I don't think it needs a female presence right now.
With the 4 shows the WWE does, that is the one show that doesn't need a female presence. I mean, because
unless you put a couple females on there and fought cruiserweight style.
But all the females technically would be cruiserweights.
I guess you're right. I'm talking about like their style.
Yeah, that's true.
There ain't a lot of them like that, though.
No, there is. Actually, there's none like that. I'm pretty sure here soon.
Yeah,
once we get
be.
this 32 woman tournament, you'll
Yeah.
get some people like that. But you did find out that Cedric Alexander is out on injury. We were just talking about that last week. You think this is a sign that he's going to return to action soon?
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing. But then again, it's too many faces on the show. You need more heels.
Yes, you do.
So
At least they turn one of them heel.
you think this is where Cedric Alexander turns heel on Switch Rich Swann? Like, why can't you been there? Never come see me.
Yeah.
You've been dealing with this. This is goofy. You know, even though I don't want to see Cedric Alexander turn heel,
It'd be cool to watch him and
Rich Swann.
Rich Swann fight each other.
Okay, what do you think they do in Noam Dar after this?
I think he needs to join, what we call him, the guy from Philadelphia, No Fly Zone. Hates, what's his name?
Oh,
I forget his name all the time.
Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak. I think he needs to join him. I think he needs like a bad guy faction. They need to anchor it.
Well, you've kind of got one, TJP Neville, not to kind of get off topic.
Yeah. That's like their main event type. They need like a mid-card type faction. I don't know.
Well, okay, or do you think 205 has a mid card, or do you just not think it's all?
You really don't have a
don't
mid
really
card.
have one.
It has a main card, like the final match.
What's got your top guy?
Yeah, it's either Austin Aries or Neville or CJ and Gallagher. But after that, all the other ones can be first match, last match, or any of it.
Okay, and then we had Arya Davari versus your boy, whose name I just went completely blank on. Wow, it's not very professional. The guy who does Spanish Fly. Can't think of
Oh,
his
that's your guy. Shit.
Anyways, the match was good. It's not that there's anything I want to talk about. I want to talk about Arya Davari's finish.
Oh, Mufasa.
Mufasa Ali.
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali.
Mufasa. Man,
He's a good wrestler.
he's a badass.
He's a good wrestler. But I got a new finisher show up. Arya Davari pulled this hammerlock.
I loved it. I loved it
too. It was great. It's almost for some reason I really realized because
And he didn't go to SmackDown Live so he can get on the real faction.
you can't because he's Iranian.
Oh yeah, they're different.
Yeah, they're
And
different.
you can tell I don't know my regions. So some part trying to put a Mexican and
Well,
Iranian on it.
it's funny. You know why? Because look, right here, I scratched it out. Arya Davari needs to join gender. And then I thought, no, he's Iranian. That's not going to work. So see, I thought the same thing too. But I know my regions. I was like, no, it's not going to work. But you can still do it, though. It's like, if you want to, it fits. It fits. And it also gives you a tag team, your top heel guy for the main roster, and a cruiserweight. So you get a different kind of the show. And we did talk about how you needed to build factions that stretched across the shows. So it makes things relevant for a faction to be spread out. So, I'm all for him joining them. And once again, this goes to the fact that you win a match one week clean, and then you lose to another guy clean.
Yep.
And that's what happened here with Mustafa and Arya. But that finisher, though, I don't know what it is about doing the hammerlock and then something that's like seeing almost. He's got the DDT.
Yeah.
He hooks the leg, which we'll talk about when we get to NXT. And I seen that and I thought, fuck, man, JBL got a raging boner watching that.
That man, I'm telling you, I don't know what makes it look so good.
Well, for one, Mustafa Ali can flip out of this world.
I guess
that really helps sells it when 205. Like a big guy doing this with any of the normal guys, I don't think I can see this working. But in 205 Live, man, it looks devastating because the guy was small. You get these Middle Eastern guys, which we were talking about with on the last episode of SmackDown. People will tend to hate them, but man, that move would just mean to make you hate him even more because it looks vicious.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my god, that's great. But I'm completely with you. Needs to join Jinder Mahal.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be really good. And I'm pretty sure he's probably taller than the Bollywood boy,
Yeah,
so at least
big.
you get some size. I know you're excited here. Drew Gulak and the I'm not lying, no high fly.
Yeah. that was cool.
And then the sign. That God, he's been doing the whole thing like, oh, change 205 live. It fits in because that's not what he is.
Yeah.
And literally, he is probably the only guy in 205 live that's not a high flyer. And I thought that was brilliant for them to do that with him.
Yeah, he's totally he's ground based. His sign was amazing. No fly zone. Interrupted Ali, and he wound up losing and then getting the best clothesline ever, almost.
Yeah.
But man, 205. That's their mid card stuff. Is it
their mid card stuff? We just talked.
I know.
We said this.
Yeah, they don't really have a mid card, but like it's the middle of the show when they're doing stuff like that, and it's awesome. They start the show awesome, and they finished their show awesome. Their last match, their main event, was T.J. Perkins versus Austin Aries. It was an amazing match to me, and it went back.
Yeah.
They had another great match and went back and forth. Then you had some interference at the end. Aries wound up winning, and then you had Neville come out, and then him and TJ jumped on him, and I loved their interaction with each other when he's like, get away, and he pushed TJ away, and then he like, help me, and then I liked it. It was almost like he was taking the role of the devil's advocate.
So,
TJ is an awesome bad guy when he was doing all that.
Yeah, because no one likes the dad.
I know. And he does it because they don't like it now.
And it's a very, it fits a cocky heel.
Uh-huh.
But I don't like them two together.
I do, man. I do. I don't know what it is.
They're so different from each other, and that's what I was wanting to bring up.
I feel like it's like Neville drawing your hate out, making you work for it.
But he doesn't really show any hate, though. He doesn't sell hate to me. Like Neville, when Neville comes out, like he looks like he's about to rip your head off and shit down your throat.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like it's like...
TJP looks like he's going to give you a handy while you're taking a shower in the locker room.
He's like the cocky... I don't know. I like him like the way...
I like it, but I mean, you say like, oh, I draw that to hate. And to me, like... That's what he should be portraying towards Austin Aries.
Yeah.
But he doesn't sell hate to me like he's mad that, hey, you're taking my spotlight.
Yeah.
And he's not selling that well. The attitude's fine. But mixing him with Neville and trying to get that out of it, it just doesn't work to me.
This is a twist that they're doing we don't see.
That's what I think they're going to do. I think TJP's going to turn on him. I think that's the whole thing. And I think because...
what if he turns on him, but he turns on him to make him lose the belt and he's with Austin Aries?
It's possible. And Austin Aries gives him a title shot out of it.
Yeah.
It's possible. Very, very, very possible. But as we said there at the beginning, this was the best show this week on the WWE. Easily.
Every match was good. Every match was good. Every promo was good. The start was good. The finish was good.
Not a wasted hour at all.
No.
Not at all.
And that's the way it is every week because they have no crappy guys on 205.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
If they do have crappy guys, they don't put them on the show because I don't know who they are.
Well, I mean, we've seen it live, and you don't get anybody. I mean, everybody has their niche now that fits them.
Yeah.
Well, except for Mustafa Ali, he doesn't.
Mustafa Ali really don't, and the other guy, the star of Nova, what he's talking about him. With Lisa Fox.
Noam Dar.
Yeah, Noam Dar.
Well, he had that. That was his thing, but now what's he going to do?
Yeah, so you got both them with nothing to do. I mean, are they going to fight each other? Probably.
We'll find out. But like I said, for the most part, they've got a good 12 people that's got their character figured out. And everybody, literally, until Drew Gulak today, I mean, that was pretty great for him. Excuse me. Move on to NXT.
Yeah.
NXT from 4/19/17, which is what we're recording on right now. So last week I asked you who the next NXT champ was going to be.
Yeah.
You said Roderick Strong. I said Cassius Ohno.
Yeah.
Tonight, as the show opens up with Bobby Roode, it looks like we're both going to be wrong.
Yep.
Hideo Itami showed back up tonight after injury. And it looks like he's going to be the next guy to challenge Bobby Roode.
And I admit, I didn't really know who that was because I didn't watch NXT real heavily whenever he was first on there.
But as I explained to you, there's not a lot that you've seen of him because he's always injured.
Yeah.
And that's honestly completely why I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Because I believe the first time, I think it was Samoa Joe that hurt him, maybe. No, that might not be right. It's probably before that. Because he was injured, then he come back to fight Austin Aries, got injured again.
Yeah.
So he's not been around like the last 2 years, maybe. So it's almost like everybody forgot about him. And then, well, honestly, when these bigger guys sign, they're getting the title. So obviously should have been the next obvious choice.
Yeah.
Because Bobby Roode, like I said, he's got to be the cutoff line. And then Asuka, which she's a woman, but and I think everybody after this is going to stay on the main roster for NXT, I should say. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that match. Like you said, you really don't know a lot about him. I'd check him out, as I said, told you. He started the whole go to sleep thing.
Yeah,
and
I'm
see
check
him
the videos out.
Awesome wrestler. What's really good about NXT, and you got all these main guys that are coming up from the indies and whatnot, you're getting a lot of good mixtures of styles.
NXT is out of this world of styles.
Yeah, and literally, I think NXT is like literally every fan's dream show. Just your mixture of styles that you're getting from all these top guys in the world.
Yep.
Like you'd get that on ROH, and you'd sometimes get that on New Japan Pro Wrestling, but you're getting it heavy in NXT. And well, I don't know when Hito Itami, he's like the last guy from Japan down there. But anyways, you think he takes the title from Bobby Roode?
If they do it like they normally do this, where it goes back and forth type thing, he will not get it the first time. Or how's that work?
Depends. Usually,
No, actually, Joe beat Finn, and he took it that way on the live show. But whenever he did Nakamura beat Joe, Joe beat Nakamura, then Joe beat Nakamura. No,
actually,
Nakamura
Finn beat Joe first.
Yeah,
and then Joe won it later.
So
usually, when you're the face, you win it.
I could see him
first.
winning. I could see him winning, and I could see Rude get it back, and then I could see him get it back.
I see him winning it. I see Rude getting his rematch, and then Rude's done.
Yeah.
Because it's time to move Rude up.
Yeah, because midway through the year, he will get moved up.
Well, let's see. Their next takeover will be SummerSlam.
Their next takeover, I looked at it, actually. It's not this Raw pay-per-view. The next Raw pay-per-view, they have a takeover.
Do they really?
Yeah. Raw has Payback, and then the next month.
Yeah.
I think they do. I had to look it up.
Well, unless they're adding them, because they've had 4 here recently. It's at every of the milestone pay-per-views.
Yeah, for some reason I think they're going to have 6 this year.
They need to.
I might be dead wrong, so don't quote me on that.
Well, I don't know why they wouldn't though. They sell. They sell out more than anything else. So they'd be stupid.
But
not
regardless,
to.
if it ain't that, it'll be SummerSlam. That would be August.
Yeah, that'd be August.
Yeah, so SummerSlam, NXT Takeover. Yeah. So, but he's going to fight Rude next week?
No. They haven't announced that.
Yeah.
That's just prelude. That's going to happen.
Yeah. So they'll probably. So I see him winning it by then, because him winning it at that point, that gives you time to build up Aleister Black.
Yeah. Well,
And then he will rematch Rude and on NXT on a regular show, and he'll lose. And then Rude will get moved up, and then Aleister Black will start. He'll get a shot at him at the November NXT takeover.
So you think he'll get it at the Survivor Series one?
That is where Aleister Black will win the belt. I want Roderick Strong, but after watching Aleister Black a couple times, and then getting this new guy coming in, there's no way. I mean, unless they throw somebody else in there or they make him wait. But I don't think you can make him wait.
I think he waits. I think, I don't know, man. Hito being thrown in the mix just really kind of throws things off.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think anybody expected that at all.
But anyway, another interesting matchup for next week, which by far, next week's lineup, to me, sounds like NXT's best lineup ever on TV.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
They're having the UK champ Bates come over, and he's going to be in NXT for a little bit because they're going to travel with him in June. But Gallagher shows up and challenges him for the UK belt, and that's going to be on NXT next week,
which will be the main event.
Holy shit.
So, last week when we were doing our episode with 205 NXT, That went a little over. We talked about some of this and we cut it out. And this was perfect timing. I cut it out because we were trying to keep them under an hour. And then this happened. So it was perfect timing that, hey, bring this up. And we had talked about him joining this UK show. And now he's going to get a shot at Tyler Bate. So, does he win it?
No.
You don't think he does?
I think that this young kid that they let have this belt is going to keep that belt. He's going to beat Gallagher.
You really do.
I want Gallagher to win, but I watched this kid in that finals match. He is everything and some.
Yeah, Evan Great just finally finished up the UK tournament because he already knew the winner. That's why I stayed away from everything.
What's bad is I watched the first day, and then I couldn't watch the finals. And then the Raw was on. I was watching it like the Monday after it all happened. Then we went to SmackDown the next day. Yeah, so it pissed me off.
So yeah,
I finally got to watch it, and it is amazing. And this kid is bad. He's awesome.
So,
but I don't know. I mean, Gallagher's made a name for himself over here,
and they want to put gold on him. They really
do. I wouldn't be shocked if he won, and I would be pumped if he won because then I know they would have a rematch. Maybe when they had their rematch, when Bate beats him over there, when they go to
on their first show.
Yeah. When they go on their sometime during that, when they probably go back to the ballroom or whatever they call it.
The Hammerstein, it's not the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Whenever they have the show in there,
Was that at Wembley Stadium they done that at?
I can't remember.
But anyways, yeah, that's in January.
But I can see them doing that. Like if Gallagher wins, basically get the belt back there overseas.
So almost kind of like at the NXT house show where Joe beat Finn.
Yeah.
You know, and then all of a sudden it's on the network.
Plus it's over there. It's NXT, you know.
Okay, it's over there.
But that's where they're going to put the UK, I'm sure.
Okay, and they're both big stars over there. Yep. So why, even though, I mean, neither one of them is the hometown hero if you go over there. I mean, I'd say you're on a even playing field.
Yeah.
So would it make sense to give him the title back?
Yeah, I think they want to do that to kind of to pump their show that they're wanting to do over there. It starts off with a rivalry right when they start their own show.
Okay, see, so you're saying that on the tour he wins it back, not on the show when they start.
No, on the tour.
See, here's my problem with that.
No, it'd be an NXT show, but it'd be when NXT tours over there.
Yeah, I'd much rather see that when they start the UK show. Because there's a thing.
Oh, that'd be cool if Gallagher kept it all the way till then, and then.
That's what I'd much rather see. Because see, here's the thing: Tyler Brady's young. He's he might be 20 now. I mean,
well, he's 19 in January.
Yeah, so he might be 20 now. And
I love his intro, man. When he comes out, he does a little wave, but he's almost like he's a show car. But anyway.
But then,
that was cool.
Well, to me, Jack Gallagher, he's way more entertaining.
Oh yeah.
And especially now that he's had a chance to prove himself on 205 Live.
He can talk and he's entertaining, but he's been on 205 Live and he's been in the Cruiserweight Classic and he's done a lot more than this Tyler Bates kid.
Yeah, that's true. And see, that's my thing. I mean, right now, he is more WWE material than Tyler Bates.
Yeah.
And to me, when they start this show, they need a familiar face to get people to watch it. And I think with Jack Gallagher as champ, you get that.
And if they move Neville over there, you already know them two can put on a hell of a show.
Okay, well, let's get on to that now. That the UK tournament, let's kind of take a break here from NXT. So we know it's coming up, which we talked earlier. You know, Neville. That's a good place to put Neville once you want to clear him out of the Cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
Aleister Black, Tommy, aka Tommy End. It's a good place to put him too if you want him out of NXT. As much as I hate to say it, Sheamus could go over there. Cesaro could go over there because they're European guys.
Yeah.
But I don't think I want them in because they're such a staple.
They are.
To WWE.
But damn, if you put them over there with the rest of that talent.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
You don't want to put them over there. They're too big for that.
They're too big and they're not. They're what's the correct way to put this here? They're not hometown favorites.
Yeah.
Like, you know, these guys, the guys from the UK tournament, you know, that is their WWE.
Yeah.
You know, that's the people they love, you know. So to me, to take guys like Cesaro and Sheamus and put them on somewhere like that, I'm not big on that. Guy I would like to see over there because he's been gone for so long. So say this opening show, and it's Jack and Tyler. They're all talking about arguing over the title, the rematch, blah blah blah. And then on the microphone you hear, "I'm afraid I've got some bad news."
Oh shit.
And then if you could get him to come back, I think he's perfect for that because you need a big heel.
Yeah.
And I think if you bring Wade Barrett back, he's perfect for it.
The bad thing about bringing Wade Barrett back is he's so much bigger than all the other guys on that show.
True, but he's been gone for such a long time.
Talk about size wise.
Yeah, he's tall.
I don't know if he put on a good match for some of them little dudes.
No, well, no. Man, you got like Wolfgang. Wolfgang's really big.
Yeah, Wolfgang's pretty big, but he freaking fights like a cruiserweight.
Yeah, it's very, very true. But, yeah. I mean, I could see him coming back for that. But when they do this UK tournament, I think it's good, show, because it's going to open up spots for a lot of these other guys. Like I said, move Jack Gallagher over.
That'll be my favorite show, man.
Yeah, and then you move Neville, so that automatically clears up 2 spots in the Cruiserweight division. I say once you strap Aleister Black with the NXT title, you can move him over there and give him that. He'd be his first WWE title.
Yeah.
It's a good place to put him. Clears the spot up for NXT with all these huge guys. Even Drew McIntyre, who's from Ireland or Scotland.
Yeah.
He could even go there, but he's such known as a WWE guy.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of guys that you've got that you could free up space and put over there and make that show even better.
It's kind of funny.
But that's the thing. Drew McIntyre's a huge guy.
the rock band.
Yeah.
All them guys. All of them got. Well, one of them got a belt, tag belt.
Yeah.
And these other ones are getting
Jinder's
pushed.
got a title shot.
They're all getting pushed now. And with the laughing stock when they did that.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Speaking of Drew McIntyre, they had the little promo at the Performance Center. And with him and Cien Alamos, which will be next week.
Yes.
To add to the card of Tyler Bate and Jack Gallagher. I really like when they do stuff in the Performance Center. It almost gives them another platform to do this.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing when they go there and do that.
Only if WCW back in the 90s would have been smart enough to do that at the Power Plant.
Yeah.
Because it's perfect because then you don't have to have all your chaos happen at Full Sail University.
Yeah.
You've got it at a Performance Center.
Yeah.
And I think that's good. You could do stuff like eventually there's going to be a match in the Performance Center.
No, it's
like the
weird.
Performance Center Brawl or some crap. I could see that, but I think that's great that, hey, it's just another place to do your promos and build your character.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. And then we had Cien Alamos versus Birch, which, basically was just a jobber match.
I know.
And then that Hammerlock DDT. We just talked about Aria Navarre's Hammerlock clothesline. God, I love that.
Yeah.
It's like that Hammerlock. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of moves being created.
Well, they're bringing all these guys from different places over here, so they're allowing them to do their moves.
Well, and that's the thing. Right now, you have to have something that sticks out that's different.
Yeah.
Like last week, I brought up like Austin Aries with the discus 5 arm, where he hits you with the forearm. Man, I just don't like that. It's like Tony Nese in the knee. I really thought it. In TNA where Austin Aries was hitting you with the brainbuster and then putting you in Last Chancery.
Last Chancery is badass.
That's good, and man, and he pulled it out this week.
Yeah, he should do that every week.
Yeah, he needs to. But moves like that Hammerlock DDT, which needs a name, not just Hammerlock DDT. I'm pretty sure when Jake the Snake first seen that, he was just like, "Damn, I wish I would have thought of that."
Yeah.
But I thought that was really good. And then you had the really, really good main event.
Yeah.
Well, let's back up. We had the women's match, which was Alicia, Liv Morgan versus your girls, the Icons, Peyton Royce and Billy Craig. Yeah, you were very, very upset. Like, I could see the life leave your eyes while ago when they lost.
Let me slap my leg.
Which was always funny. Which was funny because you thought you were getting a fatal 4-way.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, they're gonna pin each other. I thought it was a fatal 4-way match, but no, it's a tag match.
Yeah, and I just stared. I'm like, I guess he doesn't realize this is a tag match. But still, that is a really good idea to get one of them a title shot.
Yeah.
And like
They have a 4-way fight for a number 1 contender, and they pin each other.
yeah, one just have one of them just pins the other one. And it's like I brought to you, man. They're like the beautiful people of NXT. Like it's like, hey, let's just. And the thing is, with the Performance Center, that gives them a broader way to do their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So and like I said, they've. I know you love them, and they are really grown on me.
Yeah.
So, and
good interest. Good.
And every week they improve.
Yep.
And I hope if they ever make the main roster that they don't ever break them up. Because I think you need that on the main roster. Because the girls are always separate from each other.
Yeah.
And them two are sticking together. And they even act like, even when they win the title, I hope they stay together. Like, because they keep saying it's our title. Like, we're going to win the title. So I hope they keep them together.
Be like a group tag team.
Yeah.
I'm going to defend it. No.
I mean, and think about it. Even when like, oh, well, you're in a fatal 4-way blah, 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 for your title. They can still pin each other.
Yeah.
You know, and then eventually that'll get thrown out, and then they're going to be like, And then it gives you a lot to work with.
Yep.
Okay, now let's get to the main event. We got the leader of Insanity, Eric Young, versus Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, in a steel cage match. Way better than what I expected.
Oh, it was wild. I kind of knew it was going to be good. I figured they would try to make it good because it's Ty Dillinger's last match.
Yeah, and did it surprise you that he won?
Yeah, because he couldn't beat him individually because he kept getting jumped. He couldn't beat him as a tag because they couldn't do it. He couldn't beat him at the pay-per-view with Uno's help. And he finally got him in the cage.
Uno? Oh, no?
Yeah,
Uno?
Yeah.
Uno.
I knew he was probably going to win that match.
Man, I really thought he wasn't going to because it was his going away match. I really thought he was going to lose. I mean, Nakamura lost his.
He did.
But, get into some of this, no blackout eye makeup for Insanity.
Yeah.
Now, at WrestleMania NXT TakeOver, boy, did that look cool when they come out with all the smoke.
Yep.
And now they're not doing that. Like,
I think they might do it just for pay-per-views.
Yeah. I hope they don't, though, because it looks so cool.
It does.
And it was a really nice touch.
Kind of like the AOP, when they get the pay-per-view, they come out with their different
they kind of a mask and stuff on, yeah, but
I think it's a pay-per-view thing.
That's a pay-per-view thing. Something that you don't see hardly ever. What?
I'm laughing now, free set.
What?
Is it where he ran over the ref?
No.
Go ahead.
No, we're gonna get to that. You had color. Eric Young got busted open.
Oh, yeah.
You don't hardly ever see that in the WWE anymore because they're PG-13.
They let it go, too. It's crazy.
So, my question is, okay, so he got busted open. An accident?
I'm sure.
Okay, but here's the thing. Is it? Because NXT isn't on public television. It's not on cable television. It's on the network. They own the network. Do you think that being on the network, they would allow something like that? Because, put it this way, NXT is, come on, at 8 or 7. I don't know if you're watching
I never watch it live.
So, but anyways, I mean, and it's not like kids have access to the network like they have access to USA Network.
Yeah.
So, and I got me wondering, you know, can they get away with a lot more? Will they let them, I should say, get away with a lot more of that because
Maybe.
it's on the network? I mean, they don't really have any sponsors, which, we'll get into that because we were talking about that between them and 205 Live. I mean, they don't have all these big sponsors they've got to worry about backlash or anything from while they're on there.
I don't think
so then I got to wonder, okay, was that intentional or accidental for that reason?
I still think it was accidental, and I don't think they want them bleeding on there, even though it's part of the show, but I don't think they want them doing that because if they still plan on moving people up, they don't want to get them used to when you get busted open, you keep fighting. They want them to stop and medic go over there and fix it.
Okay, which is
That's what I think.
That's kind of hard to do when you're in a cage, though. This match it's pretty much non-stop. It was awesome.
Yes.
Eric Young had an awesome elbow drop from the top rope.
It was amazing.
Boy, man. And that's the one thing I like about cage wrestling. Hey, you have the perfect opportunity to escape not jumping off the top.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, for that. Because without that leap back in the 80s, you would never get that cage matches. So, let's get towards the end of the match here. You jumped the gun there, but God, it was so fun to watch. So, Eric Young, he gets rid of Insanity as the match starts. And then they come out. And Wolf and the Beast of Belfast is out there. Here comes Ono and Roderick Strong, and they're beating them up. They're getting the jump on them. They go back to the ring, and here comes the Beast of Belfast. He goes to double clothesline Cassius Ono and Roderick Strong, and the poor look on that referee's face, because he knew he couldn't get out of the way. He got crushed by the Beast of Belfast. Oh my God, that shit was so funny.
He basically splashed him.
Yeah, basically. And even when the match was over, he was still laid out by the barricade. Like Cassius Ono and Roderick Strong was like, we're okay because we're wrestlers. And he's like, I'm not okay because I'm a referee. But the ending, Ty Dillinger escapes the cage. How do you feel about that? Because how it ended. See, the Beast of Belfast, Eric Young were already inside because he jumped on top of him. Wolf was trying to climb in and then left him completely open. I thought that was I wasn't big on that ending. I didn't think that was a good finish.
Yeah, I think they did it because they wanted it to be where he locked his demons on the inside.
Well, it was a final finish, you know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this rivalry's ended. And I get that, but
I kind of wish he would have came through the cage instead of over the cage, and like Dillinger would have jumped through his legs and out of the cage, and they would have put him out.
yeah, because I understand why they done it, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, we signify that they're in the cage and you're
Yeah.
done with them forever. They're gone. But I just figured, there could have been a better ending to do that.
They're good.
There could have been.
I don't think it was that bad, but
I don't think it was that bad at all. The match was overall really, really good. Steel cage matches. So in probably the last 10, 15 years, steel cage matches now are win by pin, submission, escape through the door, or climb over. Are you a fan of that?
I kind of like it where you had to climb over
Or go through the
yeah.
door? But see, that's what I like. And I wish
I
they'd
think
go
in a
back
Hell
to
in a
that.
Cell match, it should be pinfall and all that stuff.
Yeah, which it is.
Yeah, I think that should be there. Like, that's the only way. If it's a cage match, you had to climb over or go through the door.
Well, it imposes more desperation on you as a wrestler to try to escape.
Most people jump over or go through the door anyway, but
Yeah. I mean, well, it seems like a lot of times when you get them here recently, a lot of times they end in like pins or submissions.
yeah.
And it's rare that anybody ever climbs over or escapes the cage anymore. It is the last time I can think of that in a cage match someone went through the door without getting slammed with it.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I think that was the second time. I think last year they had a steel cage match on NXT on the show. It's not a pay-per-view. I can't remember who was in it.
Joe and Nakamura had one last year.
Yeah, I do my research, but I think they've done that a couple times. They
So-
put a cage match on their television show.
So now Ty Dillinger's pretty much done with NXT. He's going to be the main roster, which I really think he's going to wind up being like the next Zack Ryder.
Yep.
They do. We were watching this, and I got this really interesting, really thought it would be a really cool thing for Ty Dillinger. His whole thing is the perfect 10, right?
Yeah.
Would it not be cool if he broke Chris Jericho's Intercontinental title reign of 9 times with 10 times?
That'd be cool.
I think it'd be a really interesting thing to do with him. Not any other title, just the Intercontinental title. Because it fits his gimmick. Jericho owns the record with 9.
Yeah.
And then here is him with 10. Which, more than likely, I don't think they do that because a lot of your guys from the 90s had that one staple they're known for.
Yeah.
Like Austin's won 3 Royal Rumbles. Jericho's got the most Intercontinental wins, stuff like that. And I think they don't break away from that. But I think when his WWE career's over, he will have 10 title reigns.
Yeah. I can see that.
So now that he's up in NXT with, which it's a no-brainer that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be a top champion.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Ty Dillinger ever wins the Universal title or the WWE Heavyweight title?
Before SmackDown, I would say yes, but now that they will give a title shot to anybody, I don't know. I'm going to say no right now. Just because I feel like it's a land of opportunity.
Well, you say it's a land of opportunity, and Jinder just got one.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because, man, they need a big hill on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But Because that was my thing. Like, you know, I'd said that before, that I think he's an ex-Zack Ryder. He's over with the crowd, but they're never going to get.
I feel that probably, probably will happen. But I do think if the chance he also could win the belt.
Well, I mean, you know, you say that. I don't think he ever will be. But, you know, I never thought AJ Styles was going to win the title as quick as he did.
Yeah.
Never thought Kevin Owens would hold a main title, which that was my circumstance.
Yeah.
Because Finn got hurt. But I always knew he would.
Yeah.
Because he's a great heel, and he's probably the best heel they've got. But I really don't think he'll ever hold a main title in the WWE. He'll never get past that Intercontinental title or U.S. title state.
You're probably right.
And that's pretty sad because, like I said, he's just like Zack Ryder, man. He's over with the crowd. He's got a really good gimmick. And really, I mean, the reason I thought about the whole 10 title reign thing is because the one thing you wanted him to do, he's already done. That would be number 10 in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's the next thing you do? Eliminate 10 men?
Yeah, you could do 10 men.
I mean, you know, but I kind of feel bad for him. I wish he'd have stayed in NXT.
I think NXT is probably where he should have stayed.
Because he deserved that title more than anybody else.
They never gave it to him.
Nope, didn't give it to him at all. Off the top of my head, I can't ever think of him having a title shot.
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head. But I think that's pretty sad. So, a couple questions for the week. We started doing this last week. As we said before, we don't cover Ring of Honor, TNA, New Japan, anything like that because they're pre-recorded for the most part.
Yeah.
But now with the news that TNA is now live.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we usually record Wednesday or Thursday nights.
Yeah.
So, and with your time schedule, it would be very hard for you to watch TNA on Thursday before it started. So, maybe here in the near future, we'll really get to start working TNA in somehow.
Yeah.
And, you know, and getting shows in, hopefully before the next Thursday. So, that's on the agenda for right now because I really think with who they've got over there in TNA, you've got Jarrett's back. Bruce Pritchard, Brother Love. Listen to his podcast at Pritchard Show on Twitter. You got Dutch Mantel. I really think that TNA's going to turn around. And I know they've lost Drew McIntyre. They've lost the Hardys, but that's opportunities for other guys.
Yeah.
So, but back to we got some weekly stuff. NXT, Raw, SmackDown. 205 Live for the week of April 17th, the rest of this week. So, what do you think, Evan, was match of the week?
Match of the week.
And there was some really good matches this week.
There was.
You had, even though she boxed a lot, man, Charlotte and Naomi was really good. The cage match on NXT was really good. The six-pack challenge was pretty good. You had AJ Styles versus, I said Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Shit. Baron Corbin was pretty good. Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro was pretty good. Samoa Joe versus Y2J. I mean, there's a lot of options this week.
I'm gonna go. I mean, it sounds. I'm gonna TJ Perkins and Austin Aries best match.
Wow, that surprises me.
I really. I think they put on a good match when they fight each other.
Well, a lot of them 205 guys do.
That's where I'm gonna go.
Aries and TJ.
I even highlighted that because I really like it. I like Cesaro and Neith too, but I feel like TJ and I feel that match was awesome. Maybe it's just because I love Austin Aries, but
my match of the week is honestly it's Naomi and Charlotte. I really like that match because honestly it was
good, but ooh, she
man, I know she did, but hell, I mean, look, my favorite match in the world has one of the worst botches ever.
Yeah.
That was Taker flopping over the top rope and almost breaking it. But man, I mean, for one, okay, it wasn't an announced match. It's very, very. It just happened. Charlotte Flair is just like her dad. She is really good at making people look good.
Yep. She's awesome.
And Naomi looked really good, except for them fucking jumping back and forth kicks that look really stupid. Don't look like they'd hurt you.
If you watch that, Charlotte just puts her hands there.
Yeah, she's
acts like a zombie.
Yeah, just.
I thought that was awful.
It is awful, but when I watched it, I thought this is gonna be horrible, and it wound up being way better than what I expected. And to me, for some reason, that's the one match that sticks out with me, like. Because I can remember more about that match than I could in any of the other matches. Like when Charlotte was taking her by the head scissors and she was doing flips and swinging her over and slamming her down. Other than that, I'd say that cage match was probably really close
cage
second.
match was cool.
But you expect a lot of the stuff that happened in that cage match. You expect a lot of it.
It's a cage match.
So, okay, so we were going for finish of the week, but sometimes, you only get that one finish of the week. So we've kind of changed it to move of the week. What do you think the top move of the week? Was it finishing a match, a big spot? Because there was a lot of big spots during the week.
Move of the week is Luke Harper. With who did he throw outside of the ring?
Oh, you're talking. That was Eric Rowan that did that.
Did Eric Rowan do that? Yeah, Eric Rowan did that.
Yeah.
I love that. I got the picture on our Twitter. It looks so amazing when he's tossing him. His beard's blowing in the wind, and he's just flying over.
I'm telling you, man, you grow a beard like that and shave your head, you're gonna look just like Eric Rowan. That could be Eric's cosplay.
I really, really love that. I really loved it. Well, hold on, take it back. Damn it. It's definitely Last Chance from Austin Aries. I loved when he put it on this week. I love that move.
I'm about to change it when I tell you.
I don't know. I'll change it all over. Like
Hammerlock clothesline.
Yeah, that
was pretty sweet.
That's the move of the week because I did not expect it.
You did not expect it. Otherwise, I would say that sweet Hammerlock.
So since he said that, I changed it back to that because that finisher makes that man. Whew.
And that was the thing. You hadn't seen it before.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, man, that elbow off the top from Eric Young was pretty badass.
Yeah, it was. I keep forgetting about those.
So, well, like I said, man, this week there's a lot of contenders match of the week and a lot of contenders for move of the week, and that's why I wanted to switch that instead of finish of the week.
Man, I think it's Eric Young. Man, I bounced 3 times on this, but that was so amazing. I just watched that like an hour ago.
Yeah, but like I said, there's a lot of it this week.
I got 4 answers, okay?
And none of them are wrong.
Yeah.
So, okay, now I do what I got as highlight of the week because, man, you've been getting this awesome stuff for Braun. You've been getting some really good promos. So I figured all that would run underneath highlight of the week, or you need to find a better name for that. Backstage moment of the week. Something like that, promos, Braun throwing ambulances around and whatnot. What do you think the best part of that was in WWE this week?
I think it was when the referee went and tried to tell Braun he had the night off, and he's like, "What is that with his words?" The referee comes to him and he's like, "You have the night off." Kurt said you need to get out of here, and I can't remember. I can't remember what he said. I just love the voice and the tone of it.
Yeah, because he was like, didn't even look at him, didn't even really acknowledge him.
He said, "I'm not going nowhere."
Man, I think
that was good.
Ambrose and Miz was
that was good too. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think through everything what the promo would be. You know what, man? It's really not a promo, but I love Gallagher and
Tyler Bate.
Yeah, I like them because he wanted to take his belt. That was really. I don't know. They really ain't a promo. That's more like a.
Oh, that's a promo.
More like an interview.
There's interaction,
which Gallagher does terrific promo. So, but I'm gonna stick with Braun. Anything Braun does, anything Braun says right now until they bury him with Roman. So I can get on the Braun bandwagon until he's buried
by Reigns.
Yeah,
it's called backstage moment of the week. Because I don't know. I want to find a better name for that. We're new here, so this is week 5. But one last bit of information I wanted to add.
I was going to add one to our thing.
Oh, sure.
We was talking about botch of the week.
Botch of the week.
Because we were saying what I thought it was before the show, but this is before we watched NXT. So we already laughed about it. It's when Beast of Belfast ran the referee over.
I don't think that's a botch. I think that's great improvisation right there. I don't think that's a botch at all, man. If you want to go botch of the week, it's that guy from Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh God, yeah.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that's our botch of the week.
Botch of the week. I like that. That's on the list. For
Louisville
sure.
F up.
Yeah, Louisville fuck up. The one thing I wanted to add as we close out our show, which was the way they closed out SmackDown. USA Network, don't ever put a timer down for the premiere of another show at the end of a match. Because I was really caught up in that Ambrose Styles match, and then they put up the timer for American Ninja Warrior team up. And then I'm like, 4 minutes? Well, fuck, now I know this match is going to be over real soon.
Yep.
And I was really caught up in that. I thought, man, that's stupid.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, when we're watching our own time, we're like, fuck, man, we got to hurry up and wrap this up.
Yep.
So with that, we're the Villains Man. This has been our new episode for Angles and Promos. I'm your host, JVD, Justin Von Doom.
And I'm Evan the Great.
Keep between the ropes, guys.
Jobbers to the top.